Okay. So I've got most of the colors already mixed up here. We've got it drawn out. So I'm going to go ahead and start with some of the easier areas. I'm going to do this yellow light area right in here. Then I'm going to do this red area over in here. I'll do the floor, and then I'll do these boxes last, because the boxes are the hardest. They're also in the front, and sometimes when you put a paint stroke last, it overlaps what's behind it, and it helps create the illusion of it coming forward. So the yellow, that is the sort of basic value of the wall back there. Also, these yellows are really translucent, meaning that you'll see your pencil lines through there, so don't draw your pencil sketches really heavy with a lot of lead. You know, try to do them as lightly as possible because you'll see through. And again, let's see what we're doing time-wise. Who knows what time it is?
8:28.
What's that?
8:28.
8:28. Thank you. Just fine. Now the first painting, it might not be so good. We're ready for that. The second day, it might be a little bit better, but still you're not ready to go to New York. And then by the end of this semester, you're going to be able to paint like that right over there. That's Ricky's painting. That was his last painting of the semester. That's a Vanitas painting. We might, I'll let you choose your last painting, and if you want to do something like that, you can. So now, what I'm going to do in here, this is going to have less light, and there's going to be some of this red coming into it. So what that tells me is there's going to be a little bit of black in here, just a tiny amount, and a little bit of orange that goes into that yellow. So here's my yellow. I'm going to add just a little bit of black to it. See how much? Not very much, right? It's a tiny amount. I can always add more. And I'm going to add a little bit of red to it, which is, you know, it's like adding orange to it. There's red in here, so mix this together. That red is so strong. Do you see how it's almost making that the same orange as that? That red is so strong. So now, do you see how it's gotten a little bit duller? It's gotten darker, that black. The blue that's in the black is taking the chroma, taking the intensity out of the orange. Okay, so this is wrong. This is no good. Okay, so what I need to do...
You think maybe you could add a little more red?
No, it's got too much red in it, so I have to add more yellow. So I'm just going to take the tiniest amount, that amount right there.
So you just have to play with the colors?
And this is where the work is. This is where you guys are going to do well in the class, or you're going to be in a rush, and you're not going to do so well in the class.
You're trying to get this middle part right here?
I'm trying to get that one right here.
Oh, the darker yellow. Oh, okay. I'm on the other side. That's why I messed up.
So, do you see how this is better? Okay, now I don't know if that's right or not, but it looks better. So
close.
I'm going to go ahead with it. Now, if we did it without having any black in it, it would compete with brightness. It would be a bright hue, and it would maybe jump forward just slightly, making it look like it's not really a shadow going back. So we have to dull it, darken it, and then add the reflected color that's in there. Now, with this next to a white plane right now, with this next to this white over here, it's not making as much sense as it will once I get red in there. It may make a little more sense. So. And I think that this area right in here is even darker than this area right over in here. So I'm going to add just a little bit more, just a tiny amount of black to the same mixture that I already have put together. Looks like a lot. And then this area right in here has got more dark in it and it has more red in it because this block is blocking this red that's coming in here. So I need to have this value and that value plus a little more red to finish out that area right in there. This is where your digital studies are going to come in handy because a lot of stuff you think, there's no way there's that much red in something, but when you see it with the digital eyedropper, it helps. Okay, that's not perfect, but that's pretty much the colors that I'm seeing right now. So I'm going to move on to the red wall. So the red is sort of the most neutral, the most typical straight out of the tube red right in here because there's going to be more yellow in it over here, so it's going to be more orange. And it's going to have more black in it, it's going to be more of a shadow as it gets up into here. So I'm going to put my straight red right in there. What's that?
Paint sure is exciting.
It is. Just wait till you guys
It's
do
fun.
it.
It's funner to do it than it is to watch.
Yeah, I know. I know it's not.
I mean, it's helping. I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
It's fun to do, even when you don't know what you're doing. See, this helps right here. Once you get that paint, you're gonna be like, huh? You heard it?
I'm comfortable right now.
Okay, so the yellow is going to be mixing with the red for this area right in here. The orange on this bottom is going to be mixing with the red when you get up into this area. And then it's going to become more of a shadow as it goes that way. So I'm going to go, let's see, anybody got, see what happened to my paper towel? Did I forget to bring it? That's all right.
I can bring you if you tell me where they at.
That's okay.
I think I might use acrylic better than oil.
Yeah, the acrylic.
I think oil mixes better, but it ain't no. It's a bit of inconvenience for me. That's so nice.
It's not recorded anymore?
It says the batteries. Something wrong with the battery. Alright. Just gotta plug it in. Okay. Let's see if you can see the difference here on this side. Do you see how there's just a little bit more orange in there? Not a whole lot, but just a little bit. That's this yellow that's reflecting into it.